So the last application we're going to show off here is the RPG. Now there's a few more props involved in this one. So first off, we've got RFID tags embedded in either end of this hourglass looking thing. So one side of it will change the player's turn, and then this will allow the player to look around the map. So that's kind of like an object that gets handed around every turn. Then there are two cubes that have RFID tags embedded within them. These are 3D printed. In fact, that was 3D printed as well. So these are used by the dungeon master. So this is the person running the game. So this cube here allows you to spawn different enemies. So if you put this down, it'll spawn enemy number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then this one here will, if you put it over top of an enemy, will, well, I guess I'll show you in game. And this last one is used to play sound effects. So you can play sound effect 1, sound effect 2, sound effect 3. Then you can mute all sounds that are in play. This will allow you to turn on character-based scrolling, and this will allow you to turn off character-based scrolling. And we'll show you how that works in a second. And then we also have these are just miniatures that are going to be used by the party members in the RPG game. So to launch it, we'll go to the actual application here. So we've got this RPG game all loaded up. So all the tags are pre-configured, the background's calibrated, or display's calibrated, we're good to go. Let's just launch the game. And I'm going to turn on the projector. I just had the display turned off. So initializing the grid currently. And once the Arduino figures out how many readers are attached to it, it'll send us this off. All right, so we can spawn our player characters. So we can start off, we've got a barbarian, and we've got an archer, and we've got a dwarf fighter, and we've got a mage. I'm going to turn this down a bit because my mic's kind of near the speaker. All right, so now, so they all play a unique entrance sound, and when they move, they'll play an update sound. So you'll get a little footstep. What's also neat is you can scroll the map by putting them on the edge of the tile. So when I put down here, we're already at the bottom of the map, so I won't try to scroll the map here, but if, let's say I put them over in this corner, it'll scroll the map over so that we can actually play a game that's bigger than the 8x8 reader configuration that we currently have. So I did employ turns. So let's start off now. This is pre-programmed currently, but I can press this turn thing and it'll move over to whoever's turn it is. It's the archer. So let's just put her up here, for example. And let's say her turn's over. So when her turn's over, she can just use the hourglass and it'll scroll back over to the mage's turn. Alright, so we can put him over here, scroll the map, and if he wants to like look a little farther than say where his character is, he can use this part of the hourglass. And so you put that there and it will scroll that way. Now if you put it on the edge, it'll scroll as far as it can. I think it's about eight tiles or so. If you put it just one tile in from the edge, it'll scroll just a little bit. And if you do it in the corner, it'll do a little bit in both directions. So anyway, let's say his turn's over. We can end his turn like that. And then let's say we wanted some music in the background too. So we can just put in some ambience. That's the green soundtrack. So whenever that's detected now, so that'll start playing some ambient music that is associated with this dungeon. All right, and let's say, I don't know, let's just end the turn for the barbarian and the dwarf fighter. So now it says it's the dungeon master's turn. So anyway, I can just scroll up here. Let's say I want to spawn a couple enemies. I can spawn enemy number 1, enemy number 2, enemy number 3, enemy number 4. Now these are all goblins, so they're making that goblin sound. Enemy number 5 is a different kind of enemy. It's a dark elf, so he's got some swords. Let's say one of the enemies dies. You can use this to kill him. So it'll play the Wilhelm scream and leave a little blood stain on the ground. Let's say you want to up the ante and maybe increase the music's intensity here. We can put this soundtrack into play here. And we've got like some boss characters here, so I've got a Mind Flayer. If I put him in, he'll play a specific sound. Now, these enemies can also scroll the map. Let's say you wanted to turn that off. You can disable character scrolling and put this on there. This will update the menu, tell us that the character scrolling has been disabled. So now if I like put them up on the top here, there's actually more map to travel to. It won't scroll the map. I can re-enable that by just putting this back on. So you can sort of implement controls in your different applications with whatever you want the tag and program to do. So, yeah, that's basically how it is. If I want to, say, shut all the music off, I can put this mute down, and that will fade all of the music out within about 5 seconds or so. And that's essentially what we put into the RPG. So, hope you enjoyed. Take care.